The Microsoft Cybersecurity Reference Architectures, MCRA, is part of the Microsoft Security Adoption Framework, SAF, that accelerates security modernization and effectiveness. The SAF provides clear, actionable guidance help you guide your security modernization journey for protecting business assets across your technical estate. The recommendations and references in SAF are aligned to zero trust principles as well as best practices and lessons learned from across customers. This end-to-end security approach helps organizations manage risk across the modern, hybrid of everything, technical estate spanning it, IoT, and OT environments. MCRA The MCRA focuses on end-to-end security architecture lessons learned and best practices to guide overall security modernization and integration across technical teams. The Microsoft Cybersecurity Reference Architectures, MCRA, are the component of Microsoft's Security Adoption Framework, SAF, that describe Microsoft's cybersecurity capabilities and technologies. It includes diagrams that describe how Microsoft security capabilities integrate with Microsoft platforms and third-party platforms like Microsoft 365, Microsoft Azure, third-party apps like ServiceNow and Salesforce, third-party platforms like Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Google Cloud Platform, GCP, first and third-party AI capabilities. What does the MCRA include? The MCRA includes key information about anti-patterns, common mistakes, and best practices. Guiding rule sets for end-to-end architecture, threat trends, and attack patterns. Mapping Microsoft capabilities to organizational roles. Mapping Microsoft capabilities to zero trust standards. Securing privileged access. Reference plans in SAF, including example of patching modernization. Prioritizing using attacker return on investment, ROI, and more. The MCRA also includes detailed technical diagrams for Microsoft cybersecurity capabilities, zero trust user access, security operations, SecOps, SOC, operational technology, OT, multi-cloud and cross-platform capabilities, attack chain coverage, infrastructure and development security organizational functions. How to use the MCRA. We see this resource used for several purposes including starting template for a security architecture, comparison reference for security, learn about Microsoft's integration, learn about cybersecurity, MCRA best practices, learn what you have available, learn about and utilize all the security capabilities and controls that you have access to. Use the right tool for the job, use a multi-technology approach to apply the best solution to the problem, rather than relying on the same technology over and over like a network firewall or security information and event management, SIEM, data and management plane security. Ensure that you include both data plane security controls, available since pre-cloud on-premises data centers, as well as management plane security controls, embedded into cloud platforms that allow additional layers of visibility and control. Use native cloud controls. These are designed to secure your cloud assets. Use consistent tooling across cloud providers to ensure controls are effectively implemented in all your infrastructure and platforms. This reduces the time and effort to implement and monitor controls, allowing you to accomplish more in security with the resources you have. Approach security holistically. Securing an asset requires establishing visibility and control over the full life cycle. Focus on security and productivity. Ensure that security enables productivity as well as reducing risk. Security should provide healthy friction that causes people to think critically about risk while designing or operating a system. Security shouldn't create unhealthy friction that blocks productivity and/or doesn't reduce risk in a meaningful way. Protect privileged access. Ensure that privileged accounts and systems are protected with elevated security protections, monitoring, and response. Prepare for ransomware and extortion attacks. Ensure that you are mitigating the risk of ransomware attacks, starting with the most impactful controls. The Microsoft Cloud Security Benchmark, MCSB, includes a collection of high-impact security recommendations you can use to help secure your cloud services in a single or multi-cloud environment. MCSB recommendations include two key aspects: security controls. These recommendations are generally applicable across your cloud workloads. Each recommendation identifies a list of stakeholders who are typically involved in planning, approval, or implementation of the benchmark. Service baselines, these apply the controls to individual cloud services to provide recommendations on that specific service's security configuration. We currently have service baselines available only for Azure. MCSB maps to guidance like Center for Internet Security, CIS, controls, National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, and the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard, PCI-DSS, framework. Microsoft Cloud Security Benchmark Control Domains. Network security covers controls to secure and protect networks, including securing virtual networks, establishing private connections, preventing and mitigating external attacks, and securing DNS. Identity management covers controls to establish a secure identity and access controls using identity and access management systems, including the use of single sign-on, strong authentications, managed identities, and service principals for applications, conditional access, and account anomalies monitoring. Privileged access covers controls to protect privileged access to your tenant and resources, including a range of controls to protect your administrative model, administrative accounts, and privileged access workstations against deliberate and inadvertent risk. Data protection covers control of data protection at rest, in transit, and via authorized access mechanisms, including discover, classify, protect, and monitor sensitive data assets using access control, encryption, key management, and certificate management. Asset management covers controls to ensure security visibility and governance over your resources, including recommendations on permissions for security personnel, security access to asset inventory, and managing approvals for services and resources, inventory, track, and correct. Logging and threat detection covers controls for detecting threats on cloud, and enabling, collecting, and storing audit logs for cloud services, including enabling detection, investigation, and remediation processes with controls to generate high-quality alerts with native threat detection in cloud services. It also includes collecting logs with a cloud monitoring service, centralizing security analysis with a SIEM, time synchronization, and log retention. Incident response covers controls in incident response lifecycle preparation, detection and analysis, containment, and post-incident activities, including using Azure services such as Microsoft Defender for Cloud and Sentinel, and/or other cloud services to automate the incident response process. Posture and vulnerability management focuses on controls for assessing and improving cloud security posture, including vulnerability scanning, penetration testing and remediation, as well as security configuration tracking, reporting, and correction in cloud resources. Endpoint security covers controls in endpoint detection and response, including use of endpoint detection and response, EDR, and anti-malware service for endpoints in cloud environments. Backup and recovery covers controls to ensure that data and configuration backups at the different service tiers are performed, validated, and protected. DevOps security covers the controls related to the security engineering and operations in the DevOps processes, including deployment of critical security checks, such as static application security testing, vulnerability management, prior to the deployment phase to ensure the security throughout the DevOps process. It also includes common topics such as threat modeling and software supply security. Governance and strategy provides guidance for ensuring a coherent security strategy and documented governance approach to guide and sustain security assurance, including establishing roles and responsibilities for the different cloud security functions, unified technical strategy, and supporting policies and standards. Microsoft Cybersecurity Reference Architecture, MCRA. Architectural diagrams that describe how Microsoft security capabilities integrate with Microsoft and third-party platforms. Includes many best practices from the Access Control Modernization Initiative in Zero Trust Ramp. Microsoft Cloud Security Benchmark, MCSB, includes a collection of high-impact security recommendations you can use to help secure cloud services in a single or multi-cloud environment. Includes security controls and service baselines. Key best practices in the MCRA and the Microsoft Cloud Security Benchmark, MCSB. This is only a subset of the MCRA and MCSB best practices. Know about the security capabilities and controls available to you and use them when required. Use a multi-technology approach to apply the best solution to the problem. Have a holistic approach to security, keeping in mind the full life cycle. Ensure that security enables productivity as well as reducing risk. Protect privileged accounts and systems with high security protections, monitoring, and response. Ensure to mitigate the risk of ransomware attacks starting with the most impactful controls. Zero Trust Ramp Initiatives. Early stages in your Zero Trust journey. Designed to deliver quick wins. Initiatives with checklists. Identifies key stakeholders and roles for a project plan. Zero Trust Deployment Objectives. More comprehensive guide. Weave together resources across products and services. Deployment is broken into units of work that can be configured together. Microsoft Cybersecurity Reference Architecture, MCRA. Architectural diagrams that describe how Microsoft security capabilities integrate with Microsoft and third-party platforms. Includes many best practices from the Access Control Modernization Initiative in Zero Trust Ramp. Microsoft Cloud Security Benchmark, MCSA, includes a collection of high-impact security recommendations you can use to help secure cloud services in a single or multi-cloud environment. Includes security controls and service baselines. Cloud Adoption Framework, CAF, Full Life Cycle Framework. Provides best practices, documentation, and tools that help you create and implement business and technology strategies. CAF is particularly useful when you are planning and executing a cloud migration or transformation, as it helps align your business goals with your cloud vision and ensures a structured approach to cloud adoption. Well-Architected Framework, WAF, focuses on the design and architecture of cloud solutions. A set of guiding tenets that can be used to improve the quality of specific workloads. The framework consists of 5 pillars of architectural excellence.